Is it possible to play like this?
And hello everyone, I'm amazing. Check me out.
I'm just kidding! You mean like this?
In just 30 days? Let's find out. So, I've been a huge fan of Yngwie ever since I started playing the guitar. He was, and still are, one of my favorite guitarists of all time. I won't lie and tell you that I never played harmonic minor before, but this is more about deep diving into Yngwie's unique playing style, his tone, and so on. On this challenge, I'm gonna focus mostly on the early years of Yngwie, like the 80s, 90s. I think his playing style and his tone was the best back then. And so do most of you. Let's start from the beginning. Yngwie Malmsteen, Lars Johan Yngwie Lannerbäck, was born on the 30th. That's too hard to speak, people. I can't pronounce that. 13th. Please comment below if you have a good course on English you can give me, so you can teach me some English, or so I can teach myself some English. I'm not so good at that department, unfortunately. Let's move on. On September 18th, 1970, 7-year-old Yngwie watched a TV report about the death of guitar legend Jimi Hendrix. He said in interviews that it was not so much the guitar playing per se, it was that he saw Jimi Hendrix burn a guitar on stage.
The only thing that Hendrix did for me was I saw him on television smashing up and burning a guitar. There was no musical input. It was on the news. Same day he died, 1970. And I saw that, him smashing and burning a guitar. I liked that.
Young Yngwie was heavily inspired by classical music by the likes of Bach, Vivaldi, Paganini, Beethoven and Mozart. He began to apply this classical style to his guitar playing, and with the combination of rock and blues he developed the style now called neoclassical metal. Yngwie got most of his rock and blues inspiration from Ritchie Blackmore, which I think contributed to his iconic guitar sound and that he plays a Fender Stratocaster. English people contributed. Säger man det? Contributed, which I think contributed to his iconic guitar sound and that he plays a Fender Stratocaster. I also think he got the idea to scallop the guitar neck through Ritchie, though Yngwie himself doesn't say that. He says that he saw a lute one day that has scalloped frets. My honest guess is that it may be a combination of these two things.
I'm very pitted here. That's not from overplaying. What I do is I get the wood and I shave it down. I sandpaper the wood down to make it concave.
In the early 80s, Mike Vernier heard a demo tape of Yngwie. He was impressed and invited Yngwie over to the US so he can join the band Steeler. Yngwie played on one Steeler album and then quickly moved on to the band Alcatraz with Graham Bonnet as the singer. He also sang in Rainbow, for those who does not know Graham Bonnet. Not Yngwie. They recorded the iconic live album Live Sentence. Look at this, people. I just bought it just because of this video. I'm not sponsored, but it's a great concert, just so you know. 1984, it's a while ago, you can say. Iconic live album Live Sentence in 1984 that has many of my favorite musical moments with Mr. Malmsteen. It's a great concert. And the rest is history.
Would you like to know more?
Just read this wiki page. By the way, Starship Troopers is one of the greatest movies of all time. Disagree? Fuck you then. Hello people, my name is Eric and I'm a musician based here in Sweden. In this 4-part series I will try to play like Mr. Malmsteen in 30 days. Let's start with something fun. Music theory. So, now we're supposed to talk a little bit about music theory. I'm not a huge music theorist myself.
You know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
but we can try anyway. I have to tell you one very important thing. I'm tuned down a half step to E flat, just so we can get that sweet Yngwie tone. Yngwie uses 4 different scales, and that's harmonic minor, diminished, Phrygian, and the pentatonic scale. Harmonic minor sounds like this if you play it in A. Okay, maybe you're familiar with the sound? That's the sound of harmonic minor. Now we have the diminished scale that Yngwie likes to use. Okay. So I like to think of that scale like the fifth in the chord. So if I play A minor, and then the chords move to E, major or minor, like the dominant chord, and that's usually major or major 7. Okay, then I can use the diminished. Okay.
Okay.
We have 2 scales now, harmonic minor and diminished. The next scale is Phrygian, and Phrygian, it's the same scale basically as harmonic minor, but you change keys. So if I was in A minor now, I can play A minor, but if I have E as the root, it's Phrygian, okay? So that's pretty handy. It's good to know. Okay? So we have harmonic minor, diminished, and Phrygian. And now there's only one left. Okay? Okay? So the pentatonic scale. He likes to use the pentatonic scale quite much as well. So he blends all these scales together. So when he uses the pentatonic, so he can just blend in the harmonic minor when he chooses to. Okay? Sounds pretty cool, and then you can also blend in. Okay?
Okay.
That's about it. That's Yngwie's scales, and that's as much music theory as I'm gonna learn you, because I'm not a musical theory expert. See you in the next episode. Det får duga. It will do. Swedish word of the day.